Good evening, I'm Kurt Gutgsell. With all the craziness in the sports world, the Ohio Valley League looking forward to their test season of summer collegiate wood and bat baseball during the 2020 campaign in hometowns across southern Indiana and western Kentucky. The league is hopefully optimistic that the sacrifices already made and those being made now will create a flattening of the curve with the virus before their season begins 10 weeks from now. Just like every baseball player, fan in America, the league will monitor advisories and recommended precautions from national, state, and local health officials while conditions are changing daily. They continue to prepare for their summer season since the collegiate spring baseball season was cut short. The OVL understands that summer baseball this year becomes even more significant to their players. The OVL's primary concern remains the health and safety of the players, coaches, fans, family, and staff so they can enjoy baseball. The 40-game OVL regular season starts the last Friday in May. The OVL will once again crown their postseason tournament champion the first weekend of August. Of course, the DuBois County Bombers play in the Ohio Valley League. In basketball, University of Louisville junior guard Darius Perry will transfer for his final season. School announced that yesterday. Perry, who expects to graduate next month, began the season as a challenger for the starting point guard spot, but played less as the season progressed and freshman David Johnson began to emerge. Perry averaged 5.2 points and 1.5 rebounds for the Cardinals this past season. The San Francisco 49ers have shipped defensive tackle DeForest Buckner to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts give up their 13th pick in this year's draft. Buckner will receive a new contract worth $21 million a year from the Colts. The fourth-year pro had 7.5 sacks and 34 solo tackles last season. Also locally in football, the Bengals used the franchise tag on wide receiver A.J. Green. He's often injured. Meanwhile, it was supposed to be an early start for Major League Baseball. Instead, it will be one of the latest of record. MLB has pushed back the opening day until mid-May at the earliest because of the new coronavirus information. The decision follows the federal government recommendation restricting events of more than 10 people for the next 8 weeks. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred made the announcement following a conference call with executives of the 30 teams. His office issued a statement saying teams remain committed to playing as many games as possible when the season begins. The season was slated to begin March 26th. Indianapolis Motor Speedway officials, meanwhile, say they are holding off on postponing the month of May activities that coincide with the Indianapolis 500 on Memorial Day weekend. The Speedway issued a statement Monday saying officials are aware of the CDC's interim guidelines suggesting they postpone events involving the more than 10 people over the next 8 weeks. The Indy 500 draws huge crowds in the neighborhood of excess of 300,000 people. The Kentucky Derby being postponed from May to September because of growing concern about the coronavirus pandemic. The Louisville Courier broke the story yesterday. Churchill Downs will postpone the Derby from May 2nd to September 5th. That would make it the first time in 75 years that the race will not be run on the first Saturday in May. The last time the Derby wasn't held on the first Saturday in May was in 1945. And down the road at Keeneland outside of Lexington, Keeneland has announced that the track has canceled their spring meet. The meet was scheduled for April 2nd through the 24th with the $1 million Bluegrass Stakes awarding 170 points toward the Kentucky Derby, the highlight of the Keeneland opening day weekend. Stay tuned. We'll have more WJTS 18 news right after this.